Rodman.
Herbito! What's up, boy? What's up?
They call this NFL free agency. I call it must be the money day because the bag is bagging today, brother. Woo-hoo. I got so many cousins. Milton Williams is my cousin. Sam Darnold is my cousin. Geno Smith is my cousin. I am going to the family reunion. I can't wait to meet my family members on this joyous, joyous day. People are going to say, how is Sam Darnold your cousin? I have reverse vitiligo. I'm not even black. Sam, come holler at your boy. Let's
Uncle
go. Oh, Rod, I love today as a professional pocket watcher so much of my brothers my brothers because it's the NFL. But so much of my brothers and my cousins and my folk them are getting money, and it is time. And I'm going to quote one of my favorite Gucci Man songs, man. Hold your rollie up. Hold your rollie up. Hold your rollie up. We got APs, Bentleys, Beamers, and Bentleys. Rod, what a joyous, joyous occasion, man. Now, it is not official. Official free agency is at 4 o'clock on Wednesday, but all these dudes are signing their deals. All these dudes are getting money. This is the day where the offseason really starts. And now, as a fan, you have hope. You got the draft coming up. Then you got OTAs. Then you got rookie minicamp. And the cycle starts again until week 8, until we realize who we actually are. And the mediocre teams will still be mediocre. But until then, we ain't got to worry about that. We are going to the Super Bowl. All 32 teams are going to the Super Bowl. I'm so excited. What's up, Rod?
Delusions abound, Herb. Delusions abound, man.
This is the best time, man.
Yeah. This is where my pain switch resets, right? Like, this is where normally it's just like, oh, okay, the season's starting again because we haven't had football for a few weeks. Niggas are starving. So, now, we're starting to see football get into traction right now. You feel me? We're starting to see moves being made. And it just feels like, Herbie, and maybe it's just me. It just feels like every year free agency just gets a little bit more wild. Like, maybe it's kind of like how you always say the summers get hotter. You know what I mean? Like, we always say, damn, man, this is the hottest summer. You know what I mean? But it kind of feels like that way with free agency. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the reason why it feels like that, and to be serious on a serious note, right, is because it is true. So what you said is actually, there's a lot of truth to it. The summers get hotter. Now, I don't try to be political, whatever. This ain't for that. I am somebody that believes that it does get hotter. I'm somebody that believes in global warming. It statistically gets hotter. Last year is the hottest it has ever been in modern recorded history. That's a fact. Then it gets wilder in the NFL because the cap keeps going up. In 1994, the first NFL cap that there's ever been, the beginning of free agency, the cap was $32 million. In 2025, the cap is $279.2 million. That is a significant increase of over $240 million since 1994. So we are getting closer and closer and closer to the convergence of basketball numbers in the NFL. What Josh Allen got, I almost shit myself. I said, no way. No way could one man get a $330 million contract on 6 years. I never thought I would see that associated with football, ever.
$250 million guaranteed, Herbie. $250 million guaranteed.
$250 million guaranteed. That is nuts, man. And you already know the chat is already jumping, man. Got the homie, man, Jack in the building. Round of applause for the homie Jack in the building, man. Hey, Jack, we got to get you on here, too. Don't run from it. You're going to get on here, too. But that's neither here nor there. We say that for another day, man. Speaking of guests, though, me and you, we're going to have a little conversation, and then we're going to bring on one of our favorite guests, one of our most active chat members, man. True Blazer is coming through, man. So I am so happy that the community is growing. I'm ecstatic that we have people in the community coming on with us, bro. They're along for the journey, bro. They love us. We love them, bro. So it is just incredible to see this momentum go through the roof, man. So, but back to the cap part, right? There is
Hey,
a lot
Joe,
of money.
what's good, man?
Oh, we got
Oh,
the chat is jumping today, man.
jumping the day, boy.
The chat is
Jumping the
jumping
day.
today. Dog, Jack,
Go.
Jack, man. Speaking of trading, bro, I opened my Robinhood and I fell to my knees, boy. When I see my Tesla stock, I fell to my knees, dog. I was sick. I was sick. I caught the bubble guts. I got the lemon booty. I got it all, man. Pedro in the building, man. The league has been going crazy, man. It's been going crazy. So, but yeah, like I said, back to what I was saying, right? So, of course, like last year, the league went up 13% from the previous year. This year, the league went up 9% from last year. It's going to keep going up. You're going to see these crazy numbers. Now we're getting to the point where I'm never going to say the cap doesn't matter because the cap is always going to matter. But these teams got money. The Patriots, before they signed anybody, before any of these contracts were signed and official and sent to the league offices, they had $118 million in cap space. They went shopping, to quote the homie True Blazer. They went shopping. They went to Gucci. They went to Prada. They went to Hermes. You feel me? They went shopping. They went to Aventura Mall today. They had that bag. And they not the only ones that had the bag. This is here. Washington Commanders, $93.8 million. Los Angeles Chargers, $93.8 million. Cardinals, $69. Tennessee Titans, $63. And it gets lower and lower, but all these teams had money this year. That's why all these dudes are getting bags today. Let's get it, man. But yeah, the chat going crazy. Let me get some to these cats, man. I was talking about the NFL, but hell, that shit crazy too. New year of NFL craziness. Absolutely, Dro. I'm waiting on. Oh, this is a great comment right here. I'm waiting on Pat to restructure his deal so we can cash out on another big name in the trenches. Jack, your time is up. I'm sorry, brother.
Oh shit. Here we go. It begins.
The time is up. It's over. It's over. You feel me? If y'all are really the Patriots, this is the regroup time. Remember, Patriots went 10 years without going to the Super Bowl, man. I think y'all in that 10-year void, bro. I think y'all might be in that 10-year void, bro. Oh my God. So many comments coming through, man. The Commanders had money. The Commanders got Laramie Tunsil. How they did that, I'll never know.
Oh, man, I was gonna bring that up.
Where is Aaron Rodgers landing? That's like, where's Waldo, bro? Who knows, man? You got to find him, man. You got to find him, brother. All right, so Rob, man, before we continue the football conversations, though, man, I know you had an incredible work story that you wanted to get off, man. What happened at work, dog?
So, first and foremost, man, I just want to say, man, for all my fellow tradesmen out there, for the guys who work in carpentry, who work in stone, electricians, plumbers, construction guys, it's much love to y'all boys, dog. Over the weekend, I was working, and unfortunately, one of the flooring guys, he almost cut off his thumb on a table saw while I was working, like basically right next to him. And it was like an explosion, dog. Like, me and my boss were working, and next thing you know, we just seen it. It's like I turned to go grab something, and it happened right then. And it looked like an explosion, blood going everywhere. Dude thumb looking like a sausage. You know what I'm saying? My boss rushed over and fucking taped his thumb up. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? His people came, they took him to the hospital. And the whole day, man, I just felt bad for Buddy, dog, because it's just like, damn, bro, like, there's so many there. Like, every day we come to work, and we all have protocols, we all have routines that we follow. Obviously, when you work in these type of industries, safety is always first. But every once in a while, there's a glitch in the matrix, dog. And it just so happened that day, Buddy got his thumb almost cut off. Thank God he was able to get it stitched together. We found out later in the day. But man, I just wanted to give a shout out to all the people out there who are out there doing the labor work. I don't care whether you're a fucking painter, the highest level construction worker, fucking, I don't care who you are, bro. If you are out there putting your life on the line every day, fucking, one of the elevator guys at the same job site a few weeks ago had to scream at one of his helpers because somebody had turned on the electric when they weren't supposed to, and the elevator shot up. So he screams and the guy jumps out. Like, people put their lives on the line every day and don't even realize it. And when you're not really paying attention the most, when you get caught slipping, that's when you could have a fatal injury or even worse. So I just wanted to make a shout out to all the tradesmen, man. I almost saw a dude lose his thumb, bro. That shit was crazy. I was like, damn, Chico.
Nah, that's real though, because you know me. That's real. I work in a warehouse, bro. Like, I just had a situation where we just had to have a meeting, bro, because somebody got their eye took out at another location, right? And then we had another meeting because somebody got their head cut off by a forklift, like in like West Virginia. So it is true. Like, these are these jobs, especially us as men. You feel me? Like, we go to work, we put our bodies on the line, and that's why we a lot of times we say we're underappreciated, because we don't even we're not even aware of the dangers that we're putting ourselves in, the type of jobs, especially when we're in trade, warehouse, whatever, anything that's physical. So I truly understand it. I get it, and it sucks because you never expect it. Some things that become routine, and something routine is not routine anymore, and now you completely alter for the rest of your life, bro. So absolutely, dog, absolutely, bro. Oh,
Damn,
you almost
Pedro.
lost your leg, Dro? Damn.
Thank God you still got it, my boy.
Round of applause for Pedro still having a leg, man. Round of applause, man. Round of applause, man. Shout out. Gotta keep that leg, man. Gotta keep that leg, man. All right, man. So now
Back to the football, baby.
back to the football, man. So what is the craziest signing so far to you, my brother?
Herbie,
what was your what the fuck was that today?
I'll be honest with you. This might surprise y'all, but my what the fuck today was Laramie Tunsil being traded from the Texans to the Commanders. And Herbie, like, what are the Texans doing, bro? Is Nico Harrison the GM of the fucking Texans too? Like, Herbie, like what the hell is going on? Herbie, at the end of the day, we know that the Texans have a bad offensive line, but you know what they also have? They have a young stud at the quarterback position. You want to know why he looks so pedestrian this year? It wasn't because of the left tackle. It was the interior line. It was the interior line that got this man fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just and listen, you got back a second and a fourth and then a third for this year, but Herbie, that's like Laramie Tunsil was the one lone bright spot on a bad offensive line.
Absolutely.
And it just seems to me the Texans are working backward. Like, what's up with the AFC South? Like, they all just hit the reverse and just say fuck it on their quarterbacks. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, that to me was the biggest what the fuck so far, dog.
Yeah, I'm not gonna top it. There's no topping, which that's hands down the biggest what the fuck, because that's so left field. Like, you're truly going backwards. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I've never seen a team punt on a left tackle.
A quality left tackle, not
quality left tackle, like a quality left tackle. And again, you a second and a what was it? A second and a second and a fourth and a third and something third. That ain't worth your quarterback. I'm sorry, bro. Like, that's not worth your quarterback to me. But to shout out to the chat, because the chat we got that telekinesis, that telepathic, that bond, bro. My biggest what the F is the Miami Dolphins signing Zach Wilson. What the hell is up with that? What's up with that, man? And with that, no, go ahead.
Let me ask you this: who do you pick between Zach Wilson or Skylar Thompson, Herbie? Like, who do you pick? Who do you pick? That's how bad Zach Wilson is. You got to think about it. That's
like picking between turtle shit and horse manure, bro. Like, it's still shit. So shit is still shit, man. It still smells. It still is. It'll make your skin crawl if you smell it in the wrong capacity, man. But speaking of the Miami Dolphins, man, I think it's a beautiful time to bring in today's guest, the one and only, the homie, the man that's been in the chat, and he has been with us for the longest, rocking with us every week, man. Round of applause, man.
Let's go.
Round of applause, man. We got True Mother Blazer in the motherfucking welcome, man. True Blazer, man. It is an absolute pleasure to have you with us, man. I'm so excited, man. Go ahead. The floor is yours, brother.
It's an honor. It's a pleasure. When you were like, hey, come on, I'm like, me? I'm like, sure. Like, I just enjoy what you guys do. is great, just conversation with two brothers, you know what I'm saying? Good, two long time standing friends who just chopping it. And that speaks to me and how I chop it with my dudes, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, hell yeah, I'll come on and chop it with you guys. Y'all got something really good here. And if I could just chop it with you, that's the good thing about being a Dolphin fan, I guess, is it introduced me to a lot of people. I know I've met a lot of people just being a Dolphin fan. So, I mean, that's cool and I appreciate it.
No, absolutely. And again, like I said, it's an honor to have you on because you are a reflection of what we got going on, right? Like you wouldn't come on if one, the content wasn't good, and two, you wasn't actually enjoying it. You feel me? Because like I say, I tell people all the time, this is a community. Like I mean that. I want this to grow. I want everybody to be a part of this. I got the homies in the chat. We got your family that's watching us right now. This is the building blocks of something greater and something that's going to be amazing. So, yeah, man, this is rejuvenated. And I'm gonna be completely frank and candor. Listen, this was a long year. Me and Rod have been having conversations behind the scenes. It's long. It's just me and Rod. We do everything. Right. We do all the videos. We do all the editing. It's draining, but this today, I feel rejuvenated. Having you on is rejuvenated. Like I have so much energy.
Big facts. Now, big facts. I appreciate that.
Oh, Herb, your mic cut out, I think. Or I don't hear you. Yeah, his mic. Yep. Herbo.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna get it right. It's just gonna be my earphones, so the quality's gonna be down for a little bit. But Rod, while y'all go ahead and chop it while I work on this on my end, bro.
Yeah.
So
all right. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
True Blazer, man. When did you become a Dolphin fan? Take us through your journey. You Dolphined out, my boy.
Yo, I mean,
you Dolphined out.
I told you it's the chick I can't break up with, man. I've been dating her since '82. AFC Championship. I was a kid, 8, 9-year-old kid, and I had never seen football. It was the first time, and I was like, yo, this is cool. I felt the energy of the Orange Bowl, the air horns, the toilet paper streamers, the mud. And AJ Dewey, shout out to AJ Dewey. He's very important in why I became a Dolphin fan and the game he had. And they go to the Super Bowl and they played the Redskins. And I'm like, yo, this team. And then as a kid, I go to the library. Ain't no internet then, right? So I'm at the library just researching them and understanding, oh, they had the only undefeated. They got Shula. They got a lot of good history. That's my team. And then Marino comes in, 83, 84 was crazy. And the rest is history. I'm hooked on them, and now I'm 50, and look, it's the kid in me still, but like I said, I've met a lot of great people over the years. Shout out to Dolphin NYC that I'm always at. I met a lot of great people there, and unfortunately, it's been a while. Don't make me go down the timeline of again. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer on here, but I just call it how I see it. You know what I mean? But 42 years of being a Dolphin fan, and it introduced
nothing but pain, my brother.
Nothing but pain, man. Nothing but pain.
Yeah, the past 25 years have been pain. You know what I mean? I remember when they were 11, 12 win team, but I had hair then. You know what I mean? So, but it's all good. Football is fun. Sports is fun, and it brings people together. At least me and my peoples, and we have fun. I got family in Bills Mafia. Shout out to BB, Tony, and Isaac, all them people. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely a cool thing, and I enjoy listening to you guys. So being a Dolphin fan, I enjoy hearing the other content to see, am I seeing things different? And sometimes it's like, nah. And then sometimes it's like, all right, you got your Homer glasses on, but everybody can fan how they want. You know what I mean? So I respect
Absolutely.
That, you know what I mean?
No, big facts.
Absolutely.
I mean? So
all right, so on my end, this is a sad day, man. I think my roadcaster just gave out on me, bro. So I am AirPods for the rest of the side. Let's rest in peace for the roadcaster. Rest in peace for the
roadcaster.
Oh my God, man. It's just dead, bro. It's just dead, bro. So the audio quality
Hey
is not
man,
gonna
did you
be
do
as good,
CPR?
unfortunately.
Do CPR, Herbie.
Damn,
Revive that
damn.
motherfucker. Put your lips on that
And
nigga, man.
I'm
Oh
sick.
man.
That thing is not cheap. I'm real sick right now, man. I really need to go holler at my cousin Sam Darnold now, for real, man. Sam, where you at, man? Let me hold some money, Sam. Please, brother. Please, man. Please, brother. All right, man. First thing first, you know we got to show love to Cap, man. Cap is in the building, man. Cap is in the building, man. Big shout out to Cap, man. All right. All right, so let's go ahead. We got the chat full. The people are ready to talk some free agency moves, and let's get into it, man. So, let's go ahead and dissect the AFC East. And I want to say, hold on, because I have it up right here, and we can talk about the AFC East right now. Share this tab instead. So, you guys are Dolphin fans. This is a Dolphins podcast. Now, this ain't just all Dolphin stuff. You know, we got Packer fans in here. We got the Chiefs fan here. We got multiple Dolphin fans here. Obviously, you know, we got some NFC East, myself, the whole fandom. But we're going to
Oh, we have a Jets
prioritize.
fan here right now, too. We have
Oh,
a
no.
Jets fan here
What?
right now.
What?
We've been infiltrated. We've been infiltrated, Herbie. What's going on? What's
Yo,
going
what?
on, man?
What are we doing?
Shout out to you, Daniel. Much love, though, man. Much love.
Daniel, we got
Much
all
love,
the
much
fans
love.
up here, man. So,
Much love, much
starting
love.
with the AFC East, man, this is how do you guys feel about your 2025 free agency so far, right? And I'm gonna start with you, Rod. Start with the Miami Dolphins. Right now, your marquee guy is Zach Wilson. That's nasty work, bro. So,
Nasty.
what? Take me through it. How do you feel? I know you guys, you know, you had to do some restructuring. You feel me? It's still up in the air where you're going to resign Javon Holland. It's most likely not going to be the case. How do y'all feel about the Dolphins so far? About what y'all got going on right now?
Listen, Herb, I'll tell you this much, right? When it comes to the Dolphins, Herbie, I know it's the free agency is just beginning, so you don't want to look at just one day and just be upset about how your team is moving. And to be 100% honest with you, bro, the Dolphins in the past have been the superstars of the offseason, and every single time it has gotten us nowhere. So as of right now, Herbie, I don't really feel any type of way so far. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I will say, Herbie. I watch a team like the Chicago Bears, who this offseason, Herbie, they have actually put in the work in order to make sure that their young quarterback, because listen, no matter how you feel about Caleb Williams, how Caleb Williams performed last year, the one thing that we know is that he has talent and his offensive line was dreadful, right? They have gone out, they got Drew Dalman, they got Joe Tooney, they got Jonah Jackson. Like they have actually shown the effort, Herbie, to address one of their biggest issues. They even picked up a retread from our team, Durham Smythe. Like he's a blocking tight end. He's not even a tight end that you depend on to get pass catches and make plays. So the Chicago Bears, Herbie, if I were to say something about them, I would say they understood the assignment. The Chicago Bears saw where they were weak. Ben Johnson is their new head coach, and he's not waiting until year 4 to seriously address the issue. So obviously, the Dolphins haven't made any real moves so far. We still have the rest of free agency to go. We have our backup signed. Whoop de fucking do. Yay, Zach Wilson, the backup. You know, like maybe Tua gets hurt again and Mike McDaniel can quote unquote unlock Zach Wilson. Every coach in the league thinks they could take a bad play. Every coach in the league thinks they're Kevin O'Connell. Every coach in the league thinks they could take a bad quarterback and turn him into a star. So maybe that's, the Miami Dolphins thinking. At the end of the day, Tua does need a backup, and he needs someone who can throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Herbie, if you're a Dolphin fan, you have to prepare. You have to prepare for the chance that you're gonna see Zach Wilson in the Dolphin uniform, Herbie.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
First things first. We back. We didn't die. We back, baby. We back. Yeah. CPR does work. CPR does work. Yeah. Listen, I didn't have the 600 to replace this, guys. I'm sorry. I needed this one. We had to do some work behind the scenes. Okay. True Blazer, my man Milton, man. How do you feel about what the Dolphins have done so far? Rod got his spill. Let's get your perspective, sir.
Zach Wilson. I mean, okay. But what was really their? I mean, I'm not co-signing that. But what was the other options? I think if they'd have signed anybody else, I'd still feel the same way. You know, I think their problems are way bigger than that. They got a lot of holes to fill. They need interior
Talk about it. Talk about
offensive
it.
linemen.
Go
They
for it.
need
Go for it.
interior defensive linemen. They need safety help. They need a corner to go aside of Ramsey. And, I mean, I know they got 10 picks in the draft, but what they do in free agent is going to dictate what they do in the draft. And I mean, do they go out and the guy from Washington, Allen, right? Is the they go after somebody like that? I mean, I don't.
And not to cut you off,
No,
True. It just needs to be clarified again. Coming into today, right? And again, y'all, you could do some magician shit and all kind of math shit, but coming into today, the Dolphins had $6 million at the cap, right? Like y'all gave it all to Zach. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Ronnie. I'm not even trying to be funny. Y'all gave all the cap space y'all had to Zach Wilson. That is hilarious. That's funny.
I can't even argue that. It's like it is funny.
That is funny.
The joke like himself sometimes. I mean,
yeah, that's crazy. But again, the larger point is you guys were limited. And again, there's spectrums and there's the haves and the have-nots. Today, you were clearly the have-nots. There's such a juxtaposition. There's such a clear difference of wealth separation. Again, the New England Patriots came into today with $118 million. The Miami Dolphins in the same division came in today with $6 million. And all of these are a culmination of when you need the money, how you have the money, and timing, right? There's going to be times where the Patriots don't have money and the Dolphins do. That was a couple seasons ago. I remember when you guys got Bradley Chubb and when you guys got a whole bunch of guys in free agency. The timing was there for you guys to do that. Now, all those picks and all those signings, some work, some don't. But it's about timing. It's just this year was a woof. And the reason why you have $6 million is because you guys were in a window to win a championship. And when you don't, you end up like this. So
one of you, someone a week or two on the show mentioned that we were a team that was in a bad position as far as high price older players, and it's
injury prone.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And when they fired Flo and went to Mike, they switched their philosophy from building young to F the picks. They just started handing out picks. Yo, Chubb, you got boom. Tyreek, boom. And we're going to tamper. Here, take that pick too. Like, picks were just flying out the board. And it's like they switched philosophy. In my opinion, it's like, okay, wait a minute. You guys haven't won anything or done anything to actually flip to F the picks. And fast forward to now, and then they decided to pay a lot of these players last year, like whether it was Tyreek, Ramsey. Some of those people didn't need an extension and a pay raise. Well, now it's kind of hurting them now. When you start to have to restructure and it hurts you now because you're searching the cushions for money, and you end up with a Wilson or dumping $6 million or whatever you have into him.
Shameful, Herbie. Shameful, Herbie. You know what the Dolphins did, Herbie?
To guess, man.
Herbie. Let me tell you something, Herbie. This is what's
Talk to me, Ron, man. Talk to me, man. And I want everybody to see. I'm sorry to cut you off. This is it right here, baby. This is it right here. Miami Dolphins, $6.1 million, guys. This is not y'all free agency, man. This is not y'all free agency. But go ahead, Rob. What were you about to say?
Nah, man. I was just gonna say what the Dolphins did is just like they were just like, you know what, man? We have our last $100, and we just gonna put all that shit on the ticket, man. we got $100 for the week to stretch out, but fuck it, we just gonna put $100 on the worst single play you'll ever make. That's what the Dolphins did, man.
Oh man! As somebody who's notorious on the Hard Rock app, I felt that in my spirit, man. I done lost a lot. My last 100 betting on a lot of times the Dolphins too. So that is not just a metaphor. That is a literal sense of the word, spending your last 100. And I've done it on the Dolphins. I did it. Chris Greer did it, bro, to wildly unsuccessful situations, bro. So I'm gonna ask the question to both of you guys. Are y'all and this is an impossible question to ask, but are y'all punting on this season? How do you, like, are y'all going into this just all right? 1, 2, 3 hike punt. Like how are y'all approaching this season, man? Starting with your Drew. Let me get Drew in.
So you mean as do I think the team or me?
The team is gonna try.
I've been called a Debbie Downer, not a true fan. I'm true. I keep it honest. Like, I think 2023 was their season to do anything. 2024, they let a lot of the Dolphins are known for letting their talent walk and paying free agent money. That's just what they do. And 2023, after that, they let Wilkins, Van Ginkel. Like, come on, man. Now we can use the pass rush. Now they talking about Joey Bosa. I'm like, I'm all right. Another hurt guy. Perfect how Greer likes him. So for me now, it's kind of like, I don't really have much optimism towards this season. I'm going to just be honest. It's the truth. I mean, look at where our cap was. We got a quarterback who's constantly, he's played one full season. Our coach hasn't learned time management yet. I'm tired of hearing you're from Yale. Like, he must have been late to class. He's bad with time. I mean, Greer, I don't know how he still has a job, but I'm not calling for any.
He's a professional survivor. He's a survivor,
he knows
man.
where the bodies are.
Yeah, he knows where the bodies are.
He knows the secrets. Bro.
He knows where all the bodies are. Yeah,
but
for sure.
The Bills are still they got the MVP. Let's just keep it a buck, right? He's, all right. The Jets are rebuilding, and shout out to the Pats, yo. The Pats had mad dough to play with. They got, I think, the second best coach in the division already.
Ooh, that's a hot take. That's spicy.
So wait,
that is
Glenn
spicy.
is a rookie head coach, right?
Yes, correct. Yes.
What has Mikey done? Exactly.
Go to the playoffs twice and lose.
Well, Vrabel's when he took his team one step from a Super Bowl, got a couple double-digit win. You know what I mean?
This season will decide for sure who is going to be the second best coach.
And
right, so
McDermott,
for sure.
All right.
You have to give him a respect because of the success.
Exactly.
Yes, obviously.
Right. And McDermott, personally, I like that the Bills keep him because I think he's what holds them back. But that's a whole other story. But he's still the best coach in the division. So
hands down. We
can't even get out of our division, and if we do, we're a 7th seed, and we got to go to Buffalo or
the 8-8 Fizz, baby, reliable, man. Like, 7.
Herbie, I'll tell you this, Herbie. There are 3 things about the Dolphins that I can guarantee you. Much like people talk about death, taxes, and the sun always rising, Herbie. There are 3 things about the Dolphins that are forever. The Dolphins can't guard running quarterbacks. The Dolphins can't guard tight ends.
2.
500 gods will always be calling for it. 3 things, Herbie. So if you're a Dolphin fan, strap on.
All right, man. Rod, man, your turn, man. What are we doing? Are you going? Are you playing offense? Are you on a 2-minute drill, or are you punting on this season as a Dolphin fan, sir?
Herbie, for the sake of the pod, I'm not gonna put on the season. But inside of me, I've been punting. Inside of me, I've been punted, man. Okay, Herbie, listen, Herbie. I've been living the same Groundhog Day for over 20, almost 30 years, bro. And for me to fix my mind and my heart to believe in these niggas, Herbie, we have a mutual homeboy that's a Patriots fan, and I haven't had a chance to see the homie G Baby in a hot minute. But if I seen G Baby, there was a time I used to argue with G Baby, Herbie. He would tell me how dumb the Dolphins were, and I'd be like, "Nah, nigga," and I'd be, man, let Gerson see me now. And man, I'm gonna be right there with him, like, fuck
man, man.
Herbie, you could only Herbie. You know what they tell us, Herbie, and this is a saying that everybody knows. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and expecting a different result, man. Especially with the same cast of characters. Herbie, for me for me to act like I actually believe. Now, I'll say this. As a
Talk to
Dolphins
him.
fan, Herbie,
Talk to him, man.
as a fan of football, if there's one sport out of any of the sports, Herbie, where a team can randomly roll the dice and it could be their year, it's football, right? There's always a chance that teams come out of nowhere. Hell, even 2 years ago, we came out of nowhere almost winning the division. We predictably choked, okay?
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, Herbie, football is a sport. Like Chicago Bears could win a division of the NFL
for sure.
next year. Like you just never really know.
You never know.
If there's one thing I do know, Herbie, if
You going 9-8.
Herbie,
You going 9-8. I know that for sure.
I'll tell you this, Herbie. I'll tell you this much. You want to know how I felt watching the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl? I thought to myself, and I said this to one of my coworkers. I was like, if the Dolphins were to go to the Super Bowl, they'd have a Super Bowl like that. They would look like the Chiefs. They would have a soul at Dolphins fans.
Hey, not too much on the Chiefs, man. Not too, my dog Jack in the building, man. Not too much on the Chiefs, man. Relax, man. Relax, man. All right, man. Let's get to some of these comments, and then we're gonna go ahead and look at some of these AFC East teams, man. Man, we got so many, bro. Yeah, man. All that to Zach is wild, man. Absolutely, man. We got Antonio in the chat, man. Family and football, man.
Let's go.
Round of applause for Antonio in the chat, man. For sure, man. We got some more comments. The comments was, yes, the Patriots had money. Absolutely, man. And to the better in me,
I like
bro.
the moves they made too, Herbie. I ain't gonna lie. Like one thing.
Oh, we gonna get to it. We got it right here. We gonna get to it, man. This is one I wanted to ask y'all right here, man. Trade Hill while he still has value, man. Now, me and Rod have had many conversations about Tyreek Hill. I know where Rod stands. I want to get your opinion on that before we move on. So, how do you feel about that, True?
I'm ready to move. And the reason why I say that, because I don't think this version of the Dolphins are winning anything. And there's already smoke. There's been smoke, but
The house smells
like his first year,
for sure.
1,700, but that gets masked with they go to the playoffs. Then they have the 11-win game season. Oh shit, we gonna do something, and then but slowly but surely the smoke is getting smokier because last year was really a problem.
Well, it started with the police incident too. Like from that point on.
I'm just saying, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You 1,000% right. And this is why I had an issue with him quitting the last game. Because Jonnu and Calais got out their car and were about to get arrested or tased. That's real life shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to you quit on the dudes who was willing to come out and like help you, that doesn't sit. And if they don't do well this season, I think that smoke turns into even smokier fire. So and I know he's the best player on the team. He is the best player. It's not even, I appreciated watching him every day as a Dolphin. I was like, wow, this dude's a football player. And to me, a great receiver, sure. Nah, this dude is a great football player. That's even a higher compliment. And I was like, wow, this dude is really that dude. But it comes with all the baggage. And right now, I don't see that. This is just my opinion. I don't really see them doing anything, and that's just it's gonna create more drama. And he was cleaning up things on Super Bowl weekend, like, nah, I want to be there. And it's like, nah, your agent got in your ear, fix that shit. You know what I mean? Like, so am I ready to do? I would, and I know there's a major cap issue with that. We talk about only having 6. That's just gonna create more of a problem, but I don't know. I actually think the Jets are ahead of us in the year of rebuilding. And that could be a problem. The Pats are already on their way to rebuilding. Do they have their quarterback? That's a question. But for me, you see
the vision of a rebuild.
Yeah, I'm looking ahead. Like, and this is what, again, I'm just Joe fan, and these guys should be paid the big bucks to see ahead. Apparently, Greer, he doesn't have to see anything. He could just go to his office and check in. Bomb.
He could go to his office and say, hey, fire me if you want.
Yeah.
Fire me if you want.
Herbie, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell y'all this. The only people who are worse at their jobs than Chris Greer are weather people, bro. The weatherman can go and he can tell you, hey, man, it's going to rain today and it's sunny as fuck. But Chris Greer, he's even worse than them motherfuckers, man. So, Herbie, I can't wait. Honestly, the Dolphins having a tragic season, it would be worth it just to see him go. I hate seeing my team lose, but fuck it, man. Sometimes the bigger picture is the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not trying to be a negative person. It's just it's all on film. Like it's easy to just see.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
No, I mean, and that's a fair thing because at the end of the day, you can't get better until you actually are actively trying to get better. And that starts with being consistent with their rebuild, tearing it down to the motherfucking studs, man.
They did that in 2019. They literally, the tank season, they literally went down to the studs.
But you got the wrong guy choosing the.
No, that's there.
Yeah. You got the wrong guy choosing the ingredients.
Ingredients
for the soup. Yeah,
like, he's using a microwave or what?
He's cooking shit stew.
What?
He's cooking shit stew.
All right, man. So shout out to the Bills. I know we got a Bills fan up in here, man. This is who the Bills got, man. Josh Allen, 330. Oh, hold your rollie up. Oh, hold your rollie up.
50 guarantee.
Oh, I'm going to Buffalo. I can't wait to meet my cousin, man. Josh, I can't wait to see my cousin, man. My cousin got 250 guaranteed, man. Josh Palmer, Khalil Shakir, big move. Greg Rousseau.
Yep.
That's.
I remember when it was Rousseau or Phillips, right?
Oh, man, for sure. Yeah, man. For sure, man. They got Terrell Bernard. This is sad, man. Just one person.
Going,
just one person with the Miami Dolphins.
Hey, Herbie, when you pulled that up, I swear to God, I saw Tumbleweed fly through my screen, bro. I wish y'all could have seen it, dog. I just seen a tumbleweed go by, man. This shit's sad right now.
That shit
man.
look, bro. Zach, all right, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. I'm not trying to kick y'all back in, but this is pathetic. This is sad, man. Zach looks so lonely by himself as the only person that you got signed so far. All right, now. Big money spenders, them boys went to the Gucci store and said, put it on my MasterCard, man. So let's dissect the New England Patriots real quick, man. Joshua Dobbs, Mac Hollins, Austin Hooper, Morgan Moses, Harold Landry, the big money signing from the Philadelphia Eagles, Milton Williams, man. And they got Carlton Davis from the Lions. They already have... it's Gonzalez, right? They already got Gonzalez. Now you got Carlton Davis. You got two good cornerbacks. You have what could be a really good defensive tackle. Now, we could have the discussion, and we're going to go ahead and have that discussion in a short bit about, sometimes these free agent, especially the big signings, don't always turn out, but that's neither here nor there. But I just like to see something that I haven't seen with the Patriots in quite some time. Smart money allocation. Bill Belichick is a historically bad GM. The more that we get removed from it, the more obvious it is that he sucked as a GM, which only highlights how good he was as a coach. And I have some numbers that is going to be very, very shocking to most. And I'm going to save that for a little bit. But that is what the New England Patriots did. And then you got the Jets. Justin Fields, that's crazy. Jamie Sherwood and Brandon Stevens. So,
Herbie, I'll tell you this: the Justin Fields signing for the Jets, I think most fans are gonna look down on that signing. But me as a Dolphin fan, the way I perceived it was like, damn, dog. Like now we gotta watch another either washed up quarterback or bad quarterback look great against us twice a year. Like Aaron Rodgers' two best games last year, the Dolphins. Fucking Geno Smith, before we knew how good he was on the Seahawks, had his perfect passer rating against the Dolphins. Bro, the Jet and we go ahead.
And no, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's gonna bring it 360. Like, just hearing you say that, it's so ironic that remember the video that we did, one of our first videos, our first shorts that went viral, and you were talking about Justin Fields, and you literally predicted exactly what he was going to do to the Miami Dolphins because he was a running quarterback, and he had like 100 or something yards on y'all. Mm-hmm. It's just so funny that to see it come back full circle, that he is the guy. The guy who had the breakout game of his career relative to this point, one of the best games he's ever played as a professional, is coming to the Dolphins to do it potentially twice a year, bro. All of this is poetic. I'm sorry, bro. All of this is poetic. This is so poetic, dog. But I, as somebody who's not an AFC East fan, again, I am a Cowboys fan. Spoiler alert. To me, and I'm gonna let you guys cook on this particular signing, but I just want to go ahead and go for ISO. It's just another example of a team that I truly cannot understand. I don't understand the Jets. I have never understood the Jets my entire life as a football fan. I understand trigonometry more than I understand the New York Football Jets, bro. Like, just tank. What does Justin Fields do for you? Just tank. Just tank.
especially without the situation. I think that's what I think. The crazy thing about football sometimes, Herbie, and I know we'll get to the Sam Darnold signing, but I'm just gonna get this out on the front end, right? Like the Seahawks signed Sam Darnold, but you're not getting Kevin O'Connell with him. Like there is something to be said about players being in situations where the environment makes it work for them. You understand what I'm saying? And Justin Fields on the Steelers, he looked solid, right? He was okay. Russell Wilson on the Steelers, he looked like a semblance of himself, a little bit, an older version of himself. But that's because they were a part of a hallmark organization. Now you go to a team like the Jets. Now Russell Wilson goes to a team like the Giants. Oh man, do y'all want to see bad football? It's coming.
I
It's
can't
coming.
wait.
New York is going to be snowing bad football, bro, because these organizations don't have the infrastructure to get the best out of the guys they got. Same with the Seahawks. The Seahawks went on a fucking fire sale, and I like the coach they have, but sometimes some of these coaches, some of these organizations think they're too big for what they have. Sometimes they think their coaching and the development is gonna be a band-aid for everything. Herbie, football don't work that way. Sometimes talent, a lot of times talent matters, but coaching matters too. And to see Justin Fields go to the Jets, I don't know how the coach, because it's a rookie head coach, right? In that serious situation, Aaron Glenn is a really
Aaron Glenn, yeah.
So I don't want to throw him under the bus because he hasn't even gotten a shot. This guy could be a really good coach. We don't know. The odds of the Jets having a good coach is crazy, but it can happen, right? It's not impossible, just highly improbable. But at the end of the day, listen, man, I know a lot of fans across the league are going to see the Justin Fields move, and like you, Herbie, rightfully so, they are questioning the validity of it. They are questioning the sanity of it. But me as a Dolphin fan, all I'm thinking of is like, God damn, bro, I got to see another quarterback that's going to look way better than he is against us twice a year. It never ends, dog. It never ends, man.
True. How do you feel about this?
It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
The Jets are in my backyard. I've watched them for 40 plus years, and I am.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
And then they'll be
perfect.
for another thing.
Give me the psyche of the Jets fan, seeing how you are in the Jersey area. So take me through the psyche as a Jets fan of how they are.
Dolphins.
Okay.
I call them the Dolphins North, and except we have Bully, we have the Gates. Bully, all that. They have just different dysfunctions.
They got the butt fumble. They got Footgate.
Butt fumble and things like that. But I mean, it's what they do. They were all hyping about Aaron Rodgers. How'd that work out? And now you're gonna sell me on this kid?
This is
I
incredible.
ain't buying it. I'm not. And what you mentioned a minute ago, like, is he like a quarterback just for a year or two before you go and do something? Like, so now you're telling me Glenn's got more than 3 or 4 years with that type of move with Fields, because Fields is on his third team. He's what, top draft pick? It doesn't.
Yeah, he was a 10th overall pick.
Exactly.
Yep.
It doesn't really.
And this is $30 million guaranteed. So unless he's getting all $30 million in one season, he's going to be there for 2 years.
The only thing with the Jets, I will say, is they're a year ahead of the Dolphins in rebuilding. And if the Dolphins fall flat on their face this year, they're going to start their rebuild, I think. Because supposedly Mike and Chris Greer are on the hot seat. I'll believe that when I see it.
Nah, man, that shit ice cold, man.
Yeah,
Don't believe
exactly.
that, man.
So Greer's just, I can see.
That man got an AC on that seat, man. That shit ain't
I
hot,
can see
man.
Greer playing in Nike on everything, and I mean, so that's the only thing I'll shout the Jets out. All right, you got a year ahead on what we should be doing now. But
Mhm.
as far as Fields, that doesn't even bother me. Will he have a few good games against us? Possibly, because we have issues with running quarterbacks somehow. But I think the Pats are the ones that are really making moves. They got like I said, they have, I think, the second best coach in the division already. And, he's from that culture. He knows what that culture is all about. So he's going to restore that in my.
And you know what? I saw
Trying
Pedro
to
made a
give it a
comment.
go.
Pedro made a comment
Hold
earlier
on.
where he said he likes he
There we
likes
go.
Drake over. Pedro made a comment where he said he likes Drake over Tua. This is what I'll say about that. Tua, to me, Herbie, like Drake. If you ask me, if I'm being completely candid and honest, I think I'm more of a Tua guy than most people who don't really watch, because I watch a lot of film on him too. So I know a lot of what actually makes Tua really good. But I will say that Drake May, in terms of just his talent, is potentially definitely better than Tua. And I think where the Dolphins fall flat with a quarterback like Tua is that the league, people will never appreciate how good this guy could actually be, because we never put an O-line around this guy. Like he's just one of those guys. Tua is just never going to be a guy who you could depend on to run around and scramble and make plays with his legs. And, that's a lot of what's successful in the league today are quarterbacks who can extend plays, or guys who can outright run, right? We are seeing more and more the evolution of that. Tua would have been a much more revered quarterback back like 20 years ago, when pocket passers were really, really a thing. If you really think about the league today, Herbie, the only pocket passer worth his salt that you can really talk about is Joe Burrow, right? And even he can extend plays. When you think about the other pocket passers, they all need help. Jared Goff needs help. Baker, he can extend plays, but he still needs help. So Tua can be a good to really good quarterback. I can't say really great, because I've seen him have elite games, but he hasn't done it for a whole year. He's just had a game here and there, or some stretches. But when he's protected, the numbers tell you Tua could be as good as anybody in the league when he actually has time to throw. Herbie, we have a team where the guy has to throw the ball in 2 seconds or less. If he throws the ball in 2.3 seconds, he gets hit. And if he gets hit, he gets hurt. Yeah. So, Tua places you at a disadvantage sometimes, because he's a guy that you have to worry about, and then you don't have a line that can protect him. I think if he had an offensive line in front of him, like a Detroit Lions O-line, or the Eagles, or there's so many teams that have quality offensive lines, like the upper echelon teams, the teams you see in the playoffs, the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders have backup offensive linemen that are better than some of our starters. So when you just look at how other teams are able to construct, the Dolphins built their team backwards. We built our team outside in. We focused on skill position guys as opposed to building and beefing up the trenches. And we drafted a quarterback that can't extend plays. We drafted a quarterback that can't save himself. He needs to have a line in front of him for you to get the best out of what you could possibly do, which is why fans are so adamant about getting rid of Chris Greer, because he has not understood that. And it looks like they still don't understand that, Herbie.
Hey, man, listen. We're like, hold on. As a black man, I gotta respect this black man for keeping that job, man. Hey, listen, they get rid of us quick in the NFL, man. He knows what to do. Man. He knows how to hold on tight, man.
To draft. I mean, when you think of 2019, 2020, 2021, they spent a lot of equity in first, second, third round draft picks of O-line, and that was just bad. So bad they had to go get Armstead. And to me, that was an indictment on how bad his drafting of O-linemen was. So these aren't working out. Let me go get the free agent guy.
It's systemic at this point, because drafting free agent, like at some point, is something. But I don't know if it's the coaching department, the strength and the conditioning, development. At that point, it has to be development, because it's been going on for too long. But let's go ahead and just go around the actual NFL real quick, man. So I got majority of all the signings by position, man, and this is the one right here, man. Sam Darnold, $110 million. This man keeps getting away with robbery, dog. Like, they just want to keep believing in this dude, bruh. Like, I told y'all he's ass. I told y'all for 17 weeks in a row he's ass. Then he finally beat it out of me. And what did he do on a national stage 2 weeks in a row? Show y'all he's ass, but people love him. Like you said, Rod, y'all are not getting him with Jordan Addison. Y'all are not getting him with Justin Jefferson. And you're not getting him, most importantly, with Kevin O'Connell. Yep. You're getting the real Sam Darnold, dog. Hi, my name is, man. And I can't wait for Seattle to, like, the beauty of the free agency is that people who don't watch players on a play-by-play basis, they get a player that they see when they might be on national television or stuff like that, and they get excited. I give it to week 4 where they're out here trying to throw fucking tomatoes at this guy, bro, and I can't wait, man.
DK's not there, right?
Yeah, DK's with the Steelers.
Right, exactly.
They had a fire sale, pretty much.
They had a fire sale. Yeah, they don't even they traded Geno. They don't have Jackson and Smith and Gigba no more. So yeah, bro. So Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, Jacoby Brissett, Jimmy Garoppolo signed. Daniel Jones, man, my favorite safety, man. Shout out to Daniel Jones, man. Shout out to Daniel Jones, man. My favorite safety, man. Damn. This is who I want to focus on, man. Russell Wilson, man. It went from funny, it went from ha-ha to now it's just like, this is the reality of the NFL. When you are in a situation where there's only 2 plays to be a quarterback in the NFL, right? There's one position, there's only one person that could be on the field, right? So it's not like you could be a wide receiver where you could be like a DeAndre Hopkins where you could go from team to team, could be a good locker room guy, be a good person out there, be a good veteran, you know, get your little third downs or whatever, right? Or a DN that transitions from a every down by down player to a situational pass rusher. When you're a quarterback, unless you are great and you're old, you're not going to really have a team. Like, you could be better than a young dude, but why would I have a 36-year-old when there's no room for growth? You're done. Who you are is who you are. So Russell Wilson might be better than a lot of quarterbacks that are on rosters right now, but he's not more valuable. And that sucks, man. Like, this is a guy that might have played himself out of the Hall of Fame. That's rough, man. Like,
nasty work, man.
That's nasty work, man. And it's like I've got my jokes in, I've kicked his back in, but to see Zach Wilson get signed before Russell Wilson, that's nasty, man. What's going on? Like, Jimmy Garoppolo got a deal before Russell Wilson, bro. What are we doing, bro? The game is effed up right now, man. Now, running back is cold, man. Najee Harris, man. Rest in peace on my dude, Najee Harris' career, man.
Get out of here, man.
Get him out of here, man. J.K. Dobbins, rest in peace, man. Get him out of here, man. Rico Dodo, man. Rest in peace. Get him out of here, man. Right. He was for the guy for the Cowboys, man. Yeah. This
shout out
to
Isaac, man. He said, coming from a Steelers fan, let him go. Oh, yeah. I know Steelers fan.
That's my cousin right there. Shout out.
Shout out to Primo.
Oh, man. Round of applause for Isaac, man. You know we show love to the chat, man. Always, man. All right. Funny. So that is the running back. Running back is rough. It is rough for running backs, man. There's a reason why running backs has the shortest lifespan in the NFL. There's a reason why the running backs are average 4-year career, man, because, like, these dudes are 26 and might not get a job. 27 or don't know where they're going to be. So that sucks, man. Chris Godwin. Like, Travis Hunter, go be a wide receiver, bro. You could break your ankle and get $32 million, dog. Just go be a wide receiver. Don't forget about that whole, like, forget about trying to be a cornerback. Like, Devontae Adams on the Rams, man.
That's a move for them, man. I like that move for them, dog.
And Stephon Diggs might go. They say Stephon Diggs might go to the Chiefs, man. De'Ami Brown on the chart. Man, rest in peace for De'Ami Brown, man. You got to go play with Trevor Lawrence, man. It's over for you, dog.
He on the Jags? Oh,
yeah, he on the Jags, man. Rest in peace for De'Ami, man. You know what Trevor Lawrence do to wide receivers, man. You know what he do to them, dog. Oh, man. All right. That's it. This is where I want to get your guys' opinion, right? Because these are the guys that I know you guys are looking at, and this is the beauty of the NFL, man. Outside of the Houston Texans, when you got a good tackle, bro, you don't let him go. Ronnie Stanley, the Ravens said, no, you're not going nowhere, buddy. You're getting $30 million, brother. There was some crazy numbers. Like, I don't even know who this is, and he got a bag. And notice how
guard, right?
Yeah. It's a couple of the guards. Tyron Smith, man. Rest in peace, Tyron Smith. It's over, man. Go ahead, man. See you on Dancing with the Stars, man. It's over for you, dog. see you on there, my boy. Yeah, get out of there, man. Rest. It's over for you, dog. Okay. Shout out to the Bears, man. The Bears are doing what you're supposed to do. The Bears are doing what you're supposed to do.
We have a center though. That's why I'm not too crazy about it because we have Aaron Brewer. He's good, but
he's undersized, but he's good.
Yeah, he's decent, man. He's decent, man. But I mean, Herbie, man. I mean, there's still man. We still got Will Fries. We still got Tevin Jenkins, man. Kevin Zeitler. He's old, but
the Bears are. I want to before I get to my Patriots point or my Bill Belichick.
Oh wait,
point.
Herbie, I just seen something. I seen an editor's update on the O lineman. So apparently the Dolphins are signing James Daniels.
Hey man, good. I don't know who that is, man. You got that one, dog. Good luck to you, brother. I hope he's great, man.
Herbie. Let me read you the description, Herbie. You can't make this shit up, dog.
Ooh,
Daniels
talk to me, man.
Played more than 1,000 snaps in each season from 2021 through 23 at a league average level for the Bears and Steelers. Here's the kicker. He's coming off a torn Achilles, bro.
The Chris Greer special, man. Shout out to Chris Greer, man. Shout out to Chris Greer, man. The Chris Greer special, man.
Oh, my goodness.
The Chris Greer special, man. Okay. Back to the Bears, because the Bears are doing something that, and it shows, right? And again, you can swing for the fences, who knows? But when you swing for the fences, swing for the fences. The Bears said, hey, our quarterback has he gets sacked problem, and a lot of the times the sacks are on his fault. Let's not go get him good offensive linemen. Let's not go overpay for offensive linemen. Let's go get him all pros. Joe Tooney is now on the Bears. You feel me? And on top of other people that's there with them right now, and it just highlights something that if you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. So I say that to say this, knowing that you can see the Chicago Bears of all people who don't even have money like that. They don't have a Stephen Ross. It's a mom and pop brick and mortar establishment, and they're making moves. How the hell did the Dolphins never really get the best of the best offensive linemen? Right? And again, it's situations. I know it's not fair, but doesn't that kind of piss you guys off to see shit like this, dog?
The worst thing about what the Dolphins have done in terms of offensive line, it's like True mentioned earlier. It's not that the Dolphins haven't tried to address it, but think about this, Herbie. A majority of the best offensive linemen we had are guys who got hurt, right? Connor Williams got hurt. You guys remember Brandon Albert? He was always hurt.
Yep.
Oh, Teron Armstead. Oh, he's hurt. Austin Jackson got hurt. Like, Herbie, we've had good quality linemen, but they can't stay on the field. So you draft and you sign guys that can't stay on the field, and then the other guys that you sign and draft are just borderline or completely unplayable. So that's the issue the Dolphins have had when we've had the talent to be in front of whatever signal caller we had. Those guys can never stay healthy. I bring this point up all the time, Herbie. It's a one-off. It's an outlier. But the one game in 2023 season where the Dolphins had all 5 starters healthy, we put up 70 points. Were we gonna do that every week? Fuck no.
Absolutely not. But it just shows you. It shows you.
Yeah. And think about this: we had Raheem Mostert at the best season he's had. We had Devon Achane, who was averaging like 10 yards a carry that season. Like, could you imagine what that season could have looked like with our offensive line looking healthy? Who knows? But of course, predictably, Connor Williams gets hurt in that same game, and then the season just snowballs from there. And it's just unfortunate. You can't control the injury luck. And whether it's like you guys say the development, whether it's the training staff, who knows what it could be. Maybe it could just be how the kind of lifestyle guys live down here. I don't know, Herbie. I can't give you an answer. But what I do know is that the Dolphins, whether they address the offensive line or not, it just seems like
Well, it's not necessarily addressing the offensive line. I'm talking about swinging for the fences, getting the best player. Like Teron Armstead was a free agency signing and whatnot. But again, why was he a free agent in the first place? Because he was hurt.
Oh, he's
like
hurt.
he was hurt with the Saints. So like the good offensive linemen are not made available. That's the thing about free agency, and that's the point I want to make about free agency as a whole, right? This is all fun. This has been an incredible episode that we've done, and we enjoying this because we love football. But the reality of free agency is teams don't let players that they actually like go. That's not how it works.
The Browns. Look at the Browns. Look at the Browns.
So-
they paid Miles. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
unless it's a situation where a very rare situation where a Milton Williams can become a true free agent because of the timing, he just happened to have the best season of his career where they wouldn't in a position to franchise tag him. Then yeah, that's a true free agent and it happens. But for the most part, these guys are available because teams are like, whatever. Like Carlton Davis, great. He's coming off of he tore his Achilles or ACL. He tore his.
I think it was his ACL. If I'm not
He
mistaken.
tore his ACL. He's coming off an ACL. The Lions are like,
We
it
good.
could be somebody else's problem. Like, you know,
Right?
what I'm
They
saying?
picked DJ Reed over him. Imagine. You know what I'm
So
saying?
it's great. It's fun. But the Bears, they said, oh no, we are willing to do what we need to do to go get an all-pro center. Like, and I just think it's different. But last thing but not least, and I want to get your guys' opinion because, and this goes back to the Josh Allen contract, right? And inevitably, what happens when a quarterback signs a huge contract, a lot of people, and again, this is just me, it's the loud minority. It could be the loud minority, it could be the loud majority. I don't know. I could just be hypersensitive because I'm looking for it, subconsciously. That's how it is, right? We look for negativity. But I always see people say, oh, man, look at all the money he took. Blah, 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 blah. He should have took all that money. Now they're really not going to win. How are they not going to win? And they always make this point that shows me that the worst thing that Tom Brady could have ever said is him saying, I took less money so I could put a team around me. Yes, Tom Brady took less money. That does not mean that the Patriots spent the money. And I have the numbers to show it. Historically, the Patriots did not. So that comment that Tom Brady has said over the years throughout his career has become one of the dumbest things, a dumbest talking point that fans have. The reason why
do people
fans
forget this man had a supermodel wife, man? Like, yeah, he took less money. He had one of
his
the baddest
wife
bitches
made
on the
more
planet,
than him.
man.
His
Yes.
wife made more than him.
Come on, man.
His wife was making $40 million a year when that would, relative now with inflation, would be like 80 or 90 million a year. That's when she was making 40. When he was making 20, 21, 23. She was making, and that was just in salary. That's not even calling about endorsements. That's just what Victoria's Secret was paying her. So he could take less. One, the reason why it's stupid is because primarily, first and foremost, the NFLPA is not going to let you take less. You have to take the most amount of money that you can or close to it because you are next up and you boost the wage up for everybody else that's behind you. That's the whole point. You raise the floor. So the next man breaks the mold and the next man up raises it and raises it and raises it. That's the whole point. That's one. Two, Bill Belichick was not spending the money. He was giving Tom Brady Chris Hogan.
But it was working.
7-Eleven.
That's who he was spending his money on. Chris Hogan. Danny Amendola. What's the other white dude? I can't remember his name.
What was his name?
Edelman.
Julian Edelman. My bad. I had Danny Amendola confused with you, which is disrespectful to Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola. Julian Edelman was a 7th-round pick who was a quarterback. They got converted to wide receiver who never got paid. And if you don't believe me, if y'all think this history of the Patriots spending all this money to build this team around Tom Brady, I have the numbers right here, man. Hold on. Let me go ahead and get back to this. Share this tab instead. Where is it? Bada bing, bada boom. This is the Patriots under Tom Brady and where they ranked in the cap. His first year, 2001, 12th. The next year, 25th. The year after that, 15th. 2004. This is the three-peat. This is the three-peat, Mr. Saving money so my team could build around me. 25th and 15th and 24th during the first three-peat. And after that, 13th, 7th, 16th, 25th, 27th, 23rd, 17th, 7th, 28th, 22nd, 6th, 28th, 8th, 19th, 11th, 32nd. His final year, they spent the least amount of money out of any team.
Doom, dog.
And then when he left, they went all the way up to 4th. They never spent money. So, yeah, he was, quote unquote, taking less. They weren't spending it. They were pocketing that shit. He was just so great that he was able to cover all the bad decisions that they made when they came to spending money. Remember, they signed Brandon Haynesworth. He ain't even play. He never even made out of training camp.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They signed Chad Ochocinco. He lasted 3 games. They were always looking to go to they were always going to the yard sale. They never actually spent money. They were always going to the bargain bin. They were always going to the bargain bin. It was just the perfect combination of the greatest problem solver at quarterback in the NFL history, him and Patrick Mahomes, of making shit work, and a great coach who put the bad players, or I'm not gonna say bad, but the cheap players in good positions to succeed because he was a great coach. But it wasn't because they were actually building and spending money on this team because Tom Brady was saving money. That is a lie. I have the numbers to back it up. Like, that is a farce. And I hate it because we all watch football. Y'all seen some of those rosters, dog. I was like, let me see if there's numbers that could back up what I remember my entire life as a person who went from hating the Patriots or whatever. I watched the Patriots, whether I was hating on them or another, whatever. I watched them. I knew who was on those teams. They didn't have a lot of All-Pros. They didn't have a lot of Hall of Famers. They didn't have a lot of high-priced people, and this proves it. So this idea that they won because they spent money to build around Tom, no. They won because Tom's fucking awesome and Bill's awesome, and they were in the can't get right AFC East division. So they
had 6-7 wins.
They went 5-1 every year, Herbie. Their only loss in Miami, dog. That's it. They lost in Miami once a year.
The South Beach flu, right? Hey,
yeah,
let's
that's
go.
it. That's it. And an occasional Jets flu.
All right, man. I just wanted to go ahead and get that one in, man. And hold on, let me see. Oops, where is it at? There we go. Oh crap! I got all this stuff in here. All right. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. First things first, man, or last things last, man. True Blazer, bro. It was an absolute honor to have you on. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir.
You already know what you're getting, man. You know you get the round of applause, man. You get a round of applause, man.
I got a dope thing going on here,
man. It was. I'm so happy that you made time for us, bro. This is 100% not going to be the last time that you're on, bro. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to break that news to you, brother. But thank you so much for coming on, man. And thank you for your family for coming in, man. Round of applause for all your home people that came through, man. The La Familia. The La Familia was heavy in the chat, man. They came out to support, man. Even though, you are associated with some, Giant fans. I got beef with them, bro. But
fans out there, Steeler fans.
Everybody, man. But all in all, man, I appreciate you, bro. This was an awesome episode. Thank you so much for coming on, Rod. Thank you for being the best co-host in the building, man. And thank you for everybody that was in the chat, showing love, being super active, man. And we will see y'all next week, man. Deuces.
Doses.
Peace.
Sir.